The autumn air was crisp and unforgiving as the Lutz family pulled up to their new dream home in Amityville, New York. Standing proudly on the shores of the river, the large Dutch colonial home seemed perfect. Little did they know, this architectural gem harbored a dark secret. The story begins in November 1974, just over a year before the Lutz family arrived. That was when the DeFeo family was brutally murdered inside the very same house by their eldest son, Ronald DeFeo Jr. This horrific tragedy laid the foundation for the terrifying paranormal events that would soon plague the Lutz family, making it one of the most infamous haunted house stories in American history. 13 months after the tragedy, in December 1975, George and Kathleen Lutz bought the house at 112 Ocean Avenue. They were aware of the horrors that had occurred there, but the price was too good to pass up, and they believed it would be their forever home. However, it didn't take long for the idyllic setting to turn into a nightmare. George began waking up at exactly 3:15 a.m., the speculated time of the DeFeo murders, every single night. He also started feeling a peculiar cold in certain parts of the house, despite the furnace running constantly. Kathleen started seeing strange green slime oozing from the walls, and the family dog became inconsolable, constantly looking at one of the bedrooms with terror. The suspense in the house reached a boiling point as the Lutz family realized they were dealing with something truly malevolent. George felt an unseen force pushing him against the walls, and a heavy, suffocating dread drained their energy every time they stepped inside. Kathleen began to suspect that something was trying to drive them insane, warping their perception of reality, and they soon discovered the house had a much darker history than they'd been led to believe, pushing them to the absolute brink. The house seemed to take on a life of its own, with doors slamming shut on their own and strange shadows moving across the ceilings. George felt a growing compulsion to explore the hidden room in the basement, a place not on the blueprints, as if drawn by a sinister pull. Kathleen experienced vivid, terrifying nightmares that made her question whether she was awake or asleep, while the children spoke of a red-eyed pig creature that only they could see. The weight of the unseen evil became heavier with each passing day, setting the stage for a final confrontation with the darkness trapped within the walls of the estate.